Filmed at Marriott's Desert Springs, a Palm Desert resort and spa. Starring Gary McCord, touring PGA professional and CBS golf commentator, with 10 tips to improve your golf game.
Okay, here we go. Strong left grip, weight shifted to right foot, knee slightly tensed, and my eye is focused 1 inch behind ball. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. My vertical plane is at 68 degrees, my contact sphere is balanced, and my optical perimeter is lensed at dimple 4 on my Serlin-covered ball. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. I've got a slight tailwind. I've checked in with my wife. My beeper's on. And I don't have a mortgage payment for another week. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Gary McCord. Did you just hear that? Does that sound familiar to you? When you go to hit a golf ball, you go through a checklist that's longer than a 747 pilot's? Hey, this game's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be relaxing. Played by the average guy, not by some nuclear physicist. Watch this.
Killer Golf.
Welcome to Killer Golf. 10 tips to take 10 strokes off your game. Killer Golf, a simple and no-nonsense approach to have fun with the game of golf.
That was great. That was just great, Greg.
Gary.
Gary, sorry. Gary, I had a thought.
You got a thought. This ought to be good.
How about we do this? Let's apply the killer golf approach to the average golfer.
What do you mean?
Well, here's what we do. We hook you up with 3 amateur golfers, and you go out and play a round of golf.
Keep going.
But we'll take this camera crew here and follow you along, but see, we won't let the amateurs know.
Oh, I see. So we'll take this killer golf approach. We'll go out and follow these guys,
right,
give them lessons along the way, and then the viewers at home can watch and maybe help their game out.
You and I think alike.
I sure hope not. No. Who are we going to get to do this?
Well, Gary, here's what I was thinking. How about these 3 guys down here?
Those 3 guys?
Yeah.
No chance. I've seen 2 of those guys in America's Most Wanted.
Come on. We'll double your salary.
It's not worth it. Nothing's worth it.
I'll pay you cash.
Cash? Let's get this right now. Neil?
Hi.
Okay. Randy? Rusty. Rusty, and Jerry. You guys ready to get going?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
No, wait a minute, guys. Hold it. I'm not as young as I used to be. I got to go to the practice tee before I go to the first tee and warm up a little bit.
Yeah, we got to warm up, guys.
Neil, how do you go about warming up?
Well, Gary, I check the pollen count and then I take the appropriate medication.
The pollen count. Jerry, how do you warm up?
Well, I usually apply a little Eastern Zen Tibetan yoga to my game.
Tried any Cantonese or Szechuan?
No, I've never heard of those.
Oh, yeah, try them. They're delicious. And by the way, that collar should be worn down on that shirt.
Oh, thank you.
How do you warm up?
What do I usually do? Oh, well, Gary, I usually just, what do you suggest?
I'll tell you what. Good question. Before we play golf, one muscle that really takes a beating are the rotator cuff muscles up here. Here's a good way to stretch them out. Take your drivers. You guys got your drivers there. Okay? Now let's just turn slowly, stretch, feel the stretch. Not too much, just feel the stretch. Now turn around, go the other way. Don't hurt yourselves. Okay, got it. Stretch it. Good, all right. See how that loosens it up there?
Yeah.
Good. Now the other thing I use before I tee off, I'll just put a weight device on my club, and I'll start a golf swing that literally takes 1 minute to complete the whole swing, but I only move the club about a foot at a time. That way the weight on the shaft puts the weight on my muscles, and we kind of get like an isometric drill. Boy, you can really feel the weight and really feel the stretching. Okay? You guys try that. Before you go to the first tee, warm up. Try the Killer Golf approach. Let's try the rotator cuff stretching exercise and get a weighted device for your club for the isometric drill. In fact, that'll be my first tip of the day. That should take one stroke off your game. Now, are you guys ready to go? Oh, boy, this is going to be unbelievable. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Gary, I was thinking about some sort of friendly wager for our game.
This should be interesting. Yeah, as long as it's friendly.
Well, I was thinking $2 Nassau, $1 skins, automatic presses, 2-tie, all-tie, bingo, bango, bungo with a Callaway scramble on the overall.
Well, while you're at it, what about dollar greenies, birdies, sandies, rumblers, and barkies?
Barky? What's a barky?
Oh, that's when you hit a tree and still make par.
This should be very interesting. Yeah, who's going to keep track of all this?
It's no problem, Gary. I've got the Casio PB1000 personal computer here.
Somehow I knew that. First hole here, guys, a driver. Now, this is the most important club in your golf bag.
Why's that, Gary?
This is the one you impress your friends with. You hit it the farthest. In golf, there's a tendency. The longer the shaft, the harder you swing at it. You swing a lot harder with a driver than you do a wedge. Now, we're going to play Killer Golf today. That is an approach to golf that has to do with balance. Go ahead and swing as hard as you want with a driver, but keep your head kind of steady, keep your balance. Watch this.
The way I retain my balance is by keeping it simple. My eyes on the ball, my feet are spread at shoulder width with the ball towards my left heel, and my knees are bent to about 20 degrees.
Great shot, Gare.
Beautiful.
I don't think you got it all.
Tell you what, why don't you guys go have a whack at it, and I'll take a look. Rusty, you start us off first.
Oh, I don't know, Gare. Second is not something I deal well with.
Well, you like to go first. You must be a winner, huh?
No, I'm really at my best when I go third or fourth or fifth.
You all right?
Yeah.
Looked like it hurt. Okay, I tell you what. Let's do a couple things with your golf swing. First of all, address it. First part of your swing, your left elbow has a tendency to bend on the backswing, not allowing your shoulders to turn.
Yeah.
So let's straighten this up. That'll allow your shoulders to turn. Very good. Now, in the downswing, you have a tendency to rotate the upper half from the waist up first and leave the lower half back here. We're going to go the opposite. We're going to leave this back here. There we go. Allow that to come through. You'll be able to hit it better.
Okay.
All right? Give it another go. Let's see what it looks like. Left arm, straighten your backswing. Lower half precedes the upper and the through swing.
Unbelievable! I've never hit a shot like that hitting second.
It's airborne, too. Nice work.
Thanks, Gary.
Neil, come on over and give it a go.
All right, Gary, but if this goes nowhere, promise me you won't laugh.
You think I look like the kind of guy that's going to laugh at your golf swing?
Well, frankly, Gary, you do.
Just relax, nice and easy.
Help me, Gary. I'm begging you.
I tell you what, have you ever taken up gardening or anything like that?
No.
Oh, let's work on your golf swing, all right?
Great.
Okay. Neil, you got a problem. Your hips on the backswing, your right hip has a tendency to go this way, okay? The left hip goes down, the right hip goes up. The hips must operate on a horizontal plane, this way, okay? So, take the club there, very good. Take this, the head, put it right towards the golf ball. Excellent, excellent. Now try that.
I feel like Chubby Checker.
It's the right idea. You got to learn how to twist a little bit with the lower body. Now twist that lower body.
Huh! Fantastic, Gary!
Very good,
I'll be
excellent.
eternally grateful.
See you later. Nice outfit. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it's the color combination. Now, I tell you what, you've got one slight problem in your golf swing. As you start to come through the golf ball with your knees, okay, as you're down into the hitting area with your knees, your left knee is buckling, causing you to lower your head, okay? We're influencing a balance center of the body. We've got to keep that left knee straight so the hips can really snap to the left, okay?
Left knee straight.
Exactly. The start of your downswing, straighten the left knee out, bam! Watch how much faster you get. Beautiful. Very good.
Yeah, I don't think I got all mine, but
Not bad. Again, I mentioned balance. I turn with my hips and shoulders. My left arm is straight, and when I come through, my left knee straightens. That's killer golf with a driver. That's my second tip to take another stroke off your game.
some drive, huh, Gary?
Very good. Who's that ball up there about 30 yards, though?
I know, somebody must have hit it over from another fairway.
No, I think that's mine. There's no other fairway here. I think that's probably mine up there.
Yeah, I could have been there. I shimmy-shucked my drive, I sandbagged my club release, and came apart on my motor cuff. Well, I don't know what to do here. I'm either gonna feather a 6 or hood an 8.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where are you getting this golf lingo? Are you staying up at nights looking through all the old golf digests and golf magazines that come up with this stuff? Talk English once in a while. Now, what would you hit from this situation?
You mean, what do I feel comfortable with?
Yes.
7-iron.
Very good. Very good. And that's a good point right there. You come up, you look at your situation, you know how far you hit a golf ball, you know how to react. Your first gut reaction is always the best one. That's very good. Always go with that.
Really? That's
Yeah.
what you do?
I'll tell you what, let me give you a little story. When I play an occasional tour event, I tell my caddy on Monday before the tournament starts, you have one job. That's to say yes to everything I say.
Really?
Yeah. I walk up, let's say this situation. We've got about 140 yards. I know that's an 8-iron for me. I walk up, I look at it. I say, I got 140 yards, about an 8-iron. That's my caddy. 8-iron shot? He says yes. I have 2 positive inputs now. Now, positively, I go ahead and go about my business. And I'll tell you what, that's a good tip. For the killer golf approach, for my third tip of the day, take your initial gut reaction and go with it. Take another stroke off your game. What are you going to go with now?
I'm going to hit an 8.
Oh. Neil, looks like you got a roadblock up here ahead of you.
Yeah, position A, if you're dyslexic.
You got what we call a classic trouble shot right here.
Classic troubleshot, Gary. How are you going to compare this to the sand at Pine Valley, the ravines of Marion, the ocean at Pebble Beach, Shinnecock's?
Maybe Gary will explain to us how.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, how would you go about playing this shot?
Well, Gary, I'd probably just aim for the tree because I'd never hit it.
Sorry, I was thinking of a joke somebody told me.
It's not a bad idea. That tree's only that big, and no way you're going to hit that. But let's say you're playing pretty good. You got to curve the ball. The first thing you do on trouble shots, Neil, is you look to where the trouble is, okay? The trouble right here is a tree in front of me, but up by the green, the pin is in the back right, bunkers and trees on the right. So if you try to hook it and don't pull it off, you're dead. But if you try to slice it around this way and don't pull it off, your next shot's going to be a lot easier. So why don't you try that and give it a go?
Okay, here goes nothing, Gary.
Okay, I'm watching. Oh, not bad, but
well,
you're up there by the green. You got an easy pitch from right there.
Well, maybe you should show me how to do it the right way.
Can I borrow your club?
Sure.
Great. Okay. Simply, if we're going to hook the ball, that is curve it from the right to the left, we want to stand with our stance instead of normal, square. We want to make it a lot more close. So we're going to swing out. Right shoulder back, swing to the inside, out. Watch this.
Pretty good, Gary, except you're in the bunker.
Yeah, tough shot that way. But I tell you what, if we go left to right, we're going to do the opposite. Normal stance would be this way. I'm just going to open it up. I'm going to take the club to the outside. I'm going to cut across it, curving the ball left to right. Watch this.
Fantastic, Gary. You make it look simple.
Well,
Thanks.
It's not that tough, but go get him, okay, Neil? Now, that was the trouble shot. Let's apply a little killer golf to this. Don't worry. Be happy. Enjoy the opportunity to hit a great shot and drive your opponents nuts. To hook the ball, I close my stance and play the ball towards my back foot and swing inside out. To slice it, I open my stance, move the ball forward, and swing outside in. And that was my fourth tip to take your fourth stroke off your game.
Boy, he's a great teacher.
Yeah, he sure is. Who do you think he's talking to all the time?
Hey, who cares? We're getting free lessons, aren't we?
What's that?
Killer golf.
Hey, Rusty, what are you doing in here?
I'm having a picnic in the sand.
Hit in the trap, huh?
The Trap, the beach, the Sahara, Atlantic City, Gidgetville, the Fossil Factory, the Kitty Box, the Ojai, the Milay Peninsula, the Golan Heights.
Where does he get all this stuff?
It's his hobby, Gare.
You know, Gary, there's only one thing worse than going second, and that's sand traps.
I tell you what, if you've got a good technique, Rusty, this is no problem whatsoever. Let me see your donut, by the way. It's not good for you anyway. Let me see you get it out here. Get it close now.
All right.
That wasn't very good, was it?
No,
No, I tell you what, why don't you just put a pair of shorts on and go down and get a job as a lifeguard?
I have very fair skin.
Well, if your bunker play was fair, you'd have gotten it out. I tell you what, you hold your donut. I'm going to show you how to do this. Now watch this. First problem you have is you do not open the blade up enough. Your blade was square to the line. Here's the line. We're going to open it up, and we're going to hit about 4 or 5 inches behind it. Now watch this, Rusty. We're going to try to remove all this sand that's underneath that ball. Open it up, Hit about 4 inches behind. How'd you done it, by the way?
Not bad.
Not bad, huh? Can I have a bite? Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to take your donut. I hope you weren't too hungry. Open it up. I'm going to remove the ball, the donut, and all this sand underneath it. Okay? Watch this.
Wow, that was terrific. But if you try doing that with my sandwich, I'm not playing golf with you again.
And that was our 5th tip of the day. Let's apply killer golf. Let's open the blade up, hit about 4 inches behind it, and knock all that sand right up on the green.
I'm really worried about Gary. He's always talking to himself.
You think he went to Vietnam?
Don't you see? It's why he's a professional and you guys are amateurs. He's going over the shots in his own mind. He's just a little more demonstrative than the rest of us.
Hey, guys, how's this bet stand, by the way?
Well, Gary, according to my calculations on my Casio scientific computer, at this point in the match, we're dead even.
That's pretty close, isn't it? Tell you what, I got a bet for you guys.
Hey, I tell you my middle name was Vegas?
You know, I could have guessed that. I got a bet. Watch this. I'm going to bet you I can put that ball on that tee just using the head of my driver.
What, you're gonna do it with your club?
What's he gonna use, his tongue?
He can't do it. It's impossible.
Watch this. Oops. I can do it.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. Look!
Okay, I'll bet you $10 you can't do it.
$10, Jerry? I'll tell you what, Jerry. I'm going to bet you $20 that I can do it under 30 seconds.
You're on.
Make it a watch?
I got one.
Tell me when Mickey's hand's on the top up there. Ready?
Ready. Go. 1, 2,
It's a nice watch.
3, 4.
Five. I won.
Double or nothing on the tree.
$20. I'll do it in under 30 seconds.
No, thank you.
Don't bet anybody if they say they can do something impossible on the golf course. That's my bonus tip of the day. Won't save any strokes, but it'll sure save you a lot of money.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys like Greg Norman hit a shot like this and bring the ball back like a yo-yo.
Yeah, but Greg Norman can probably spin the ball back in a wheat field. But I've talked to amateurs all over the place, and that's all they'd like to know. How do you guys spin the ball so much? I'll tell you what, let me give you a few keys here. I happen to have a ball. A few tips now, Rusty, on how to spin the ball. This is going to be a 3/4 wedge, kind of a knockdown shot. First thing we do is we play the ball off our back foot because we want the club coming from high to low in the ball to really spin it. Put our weight mostly on our left foot. And we're going to put our hands forward, okay? Taking the club up abruptly and then delivering the blow from an abruptly, okay? I'll tell you what. Let me try this. This might give you a little visual aid here. I'm going to take this head cover, move it about a foot behind the ball. Ball at the back foot, weight forward, hands forward. I'm just going to hit this shot now, and I'm not going to hit that head cover, okay? Watch this.
Nice shot.
Not bad, huh? You give it a try, Rusty. Come on.
Okay.
Ball played off your back foot. Weight on your left foot. Good. Hands forward. Now just don't hit the head cover. Hey, not bad. Not
Thanks.
exactly Greg Norman,
Well,
but...
then again, I wasn't in a wheat field.
Hey, no fair giving lessons before the shot. Unless it's my turn.
The ball is off my back foot, my hands are forward, and my backswing and downswing are much steeper. The low spinning wedge is a favorite shot of amateur golfers. Not too many of you can do it, but using the killer golf approach, I think you'll have some better luck. That's my 6th tip of the day to take that 6th stroke off your game. Hey, Jerry, looks like you might need a lesson here on how to chip this shot.
Oh, sorry, Gary, I didn't hear what you said. I was thinking about the time I was following Tom down Hogan's Alley at Riviera.
Tom?
Watson.
Oh, Watson.
He had a shot just like this one, had to get down in 2 to win the tournament. Well, I went up to Tom and I said, TW, you're in Los Angeles. Everything runs towards the swimming pools. Well, the Tomcat looked at me for the longest time.
Kind of like the way I'm looking at you right now, huh? I tell you what, let's try this. You need a lesson on this, or you want to do it yourself?
No, I think I got it.
Okay.
Here.
Well, other than direction and the distance, you had everything just perfect.
Maybe
I'll tell you what.
Maybe I do need a little help.
Okay, good. Let me just give you a couple of pointers here. Let's exchange clubs. I'll use that 8-iron that you used. The one problem you've got with this, and every amateur has, is he's hitting the ball out of some rough. Okay, so the first thing we're going to eliminate is the heel getting in the rough and turning the club like you did right there. So let's take the shaft and make it perpendicular to the ground or straight up from the ground. Okay, that'll take the heel off the ground. Second point is we want to hit with a downward stroke, so we're going to play it off my back foot. Okay, about 2 club heads away from the back foot. About a foot now between the 2 feet. Now I'm going to put the shaft perpendicular, heel off the ground. I'm going to move the shaft towards my left hand. Rest against the back of my forearm right here. And when I chip, I have that club against my forearm the entire time. If it breaks away, most amateurs do. It goes like this, your wrist cup, ball goes off on an angle. Okay, now watch. Ball at the back foot, shaft perpendicular, leaned over, shaft against forearm. Get on the green as fast as I can and run it up. Well, Jerry, if you can employ those chipping techniques, I think you'll be better off. You know, we also got an interesting situation. The ball's up there by the pin that's on a shelf, and we can also flop the ball. You take my 8-iron. You got another ball? Sure. I figured you'd have another ball waiting for you. Now, what we're going to do is try to loft the ball on top up there, okay? Now, to hit a lofty shot, I'm going to open the blade up, play the ball a little forward in my stance, and I'm going to make the shaft get as perpendicular or straight up from the ground as soon as I can on my backswing. And when I hit the ball, I'm going to make it get as perpendicular or straight up and down on my through swing. That'll make very much of a V arc. Get the club in that grass and out of that grass, loft the ball in the air, okay? Watch this. Both shots will work, but for an amateur, let's keep the ball along the ground and run it up like a putt, okay? Thanks, Gary. You got it. For the bump and run, the club shaft is perpendicular to the ground and my back foot is 6 inches away from the golf ball. I use a putting stroke and hit down on it. For the loft shot, I open the club face and swing in a V shape. Those were tips 7 and 8. Either one of those should take a stroke off your game.
I'm putting for bird here, Gary. I'm not here too often. What do I do?
Just as a hunch, you ought to try to make it.
You're a funny dude. Okay. Whoa, a lot of break there, Gare.
You're not here too often, are you? Okay, let's understand something about putting. Putting is not the line, it's the distance.
Oh,
Okay? Once you understand how far you have to hit a putt, let's say, for instance, you've got a 12-footer here.
Uh-huh.
This putt should be hit about 13 feet every time, or a foot by the hole if you miss it.
Really?
If you've got a 40-footer, you should be able to control the distance to go
41 feet.
Very good. Or a 2-footer?
3 feet.
Exactly. Then you can start figuring out how much break you're going to play. You hit it about 12 feet by the hole.
Yeah.
There's no way to tell. You just aim it straight at the hole.
Yeah.
It's a big break. You don't know how to play it. I'm going to give you a little tip here.
Good.
Here, I have another ball. I guarantee you, you'll do a lot better with this. Now, for every foot of putt, this is a 12-footer. For every foot of putt, I want your backswing to go 1 inch for that foot, and the through swing 1 inch. Therefore, 12-footer, we're going to go
A foot each way.
a foot behind it and a foot in front of it, okay? Now, there's one thing I noticed in your stroke. You're very, very flippy with your wrist. Let's try to control the movement in the wrist and swing with our shoulders back and forth. Very good. Swing with the shoulders back and forth. Now, it's a 12-footer. Take your putter blade back to this and swing it through to that and stop it. Very good. Now try it.
Okay. Yeah!
Very good.
I'll be eternally grateful.
Oh, don't
Thanks,
mention
buddy.
it. And that was my 9th tip of the day, to take another stroke off your game. Well, this is it, guys. The 18th hole. Time to give you the final tip of the day.
And what's that?
Give up the game? Ha ha ha.
Nothing that drastic, Neil. Jerry, maybe... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Now, this is about concentration.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What kind of things pop into your mind when you're just standing there ready to hit?
Good question.
Hi, Gary.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hi, I love you on television.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is this where you wash your balls?
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now, we were talking about, concentration. That's it. Okay. Occupy your mind. Like this hole here is a dog leg to the right, wind blowing right to left. Occupy your mind. That way you concentrate. Hey, guys. Hey, listen. Last tip of the day, concentration. Golf.
Sorry,
Got it?
Gary.
Right,
Golf.
right,
Okay.
right.
Dog leg to the right. Occupy your mind. If you don't think about anything, all of a sudden something will happen, the ball will go in the water, out of bounds. Think about what you're doing. Concentrate. Watch this. Concentrating on golf is fun for me because I smile at all the factors that go into every shot. I love to think of each shot as an opportunity to succeed.
Nice shot.
Wow.
Thank you. Hey, by the way, how does that bet stand?
Well, Gary, by my reckoning, unless you have a birdie on this hole, you owe us each $247.
What?
Oh, but then we'll buy the drinks.
Oh, that's great. $247. You guys are nothing but shysters, crooks.
Hey, don't get mad.
$247. That's about $800. It's a friendly game. What are you guys trying to do?
Well,
We'll
you
still
wouldn't
be friends.
No, we're not. Not for $800. You guys are nothing but shysters.
Hey.
Take
Tell
that
her
and
wouldn't
I'll
compl-
shit up your... And that's what killer golf is really all about. It's an attitude. It's the confidence you develop when you walk up to the ball. And have fun with it. Imagine the perfect shot and then picturing yourself making it. And not just with the driver. Killer golf is there on every shot. The drive, the approach, the trap shot, the trouble shot, and the putt. I've always thought that there's no game that is more of a metaphor for life than golf. We hit a great shot, so we just assume we can hit every other shot just as well. Just don't work that way. All you can do is practice and apply the killer golf method, because more than anything, killer golf means being able to laugh at yourself, because this game is full of mistakes, but it's also a lot of great fun. Neil, could you take that flag out for me, please?
My pleasure, Gary.
Thank you.
Well, Gary, you better make birdie or break out the visa.
Because we don't take American Express. Hey, Gary.
What?
We were just kidding about the bet. You don't know it's a thing. We just wanted to see if you could apply killer golf under pressure.
And we were also worried about you because you talk to yourself so much, and we thought maybe this bet would push you over the edge and you get yourself some solid psychiatric help.
Guys, as far as me talking to myself, take a look right there. Right there, see it? Right over there.
You mean they've been there all along?
Where's Alan Funt?
I'm We're number one.
Oh, gee. Back off, boys. Back off. I got to putt this ball. Would you? Leave the camera alone. Right back there. Now, as far as me making this putt here, guys, I've been spouting this killer golf approach, and if I don't make this putt, in your eyes, it doesn't work. So there's a lot of pressure on me here. So just, can you keep quiet just for a second? Just 1 second. So take the killer golf approach to your practice tee, and then go out and play.
Gary, I'll be eternally grateful. Keep in touch, buddy.
Enjoyed it, Neil.
Gary, if you ever need any carpet remnants, look me up.
Carpet remnants?
Carpet remnants.
Hey, Gar, my vote was not to tell you we were kidding about the bet.
Nice outfit. By the way, what are you waiting for? Get out there and have some fun.
Mark it. Boo! Stand by for spectators.
I get to know it closer to the ball.
Well, while you're at it, what about Dollar, Greenies, Birdies, Sanders, Rumblers, and Barkies?
What's a sander? What's a sander? Okay?
Straight left leg.
Straight left leg. Hold it! I'll get it! Now, before you go to the first tree... That would... Ready? That would...
Promotional considerations provided by TaylorMade.